YouTube Quinn Wade coming to y'all with that instant analysis on the New York Knicks beating the Philadelphia 76ers 111 to 99. The Sixers fall to 2-8 and the Knicks go to 5-5. The Knicks started off with a 27 to 25 first quarter over Philly, and they built their lead to a 4 point lead with a 27-25 second quarter. They lost the third quarter 25 to 24, but they erupted and really started getting their game going the right way defensively and offensively in the fourth quarter, and they was able to do a 33 to 24, which allowed them to win this game comfortably. But let's talk about the Knicks first. Mikal Bridges, 14 points. He was plus five and plus minus. He had one personal foul, one turnover, one block, two steals, three assists, four rebounds, and one that was offensive out of that. 0-2 from three. He was 7 to 13 from the field. He's going to continue to find ways to play off the ball and still try to come out and hit some mid ranges and some threes. Still hasn't really hit the three ball well this year. He's going to have to fix that, especially against the better teams. But overall, just getting out in transition, getting to the paint, hitting some mid rangers here and there. It's just good offense, and then you see the fact that he can do stuff like still get in the passing lanes and interrupt and disrupt plays, and also trying to be a better facilitator and finding a better shot if he doesn't have one. You can say OG has stepped his game up, the last couple weeks. 24 points for him, plus 18 and plus minus, one personal foul, one steal, one block, two assists, six rebounds, 2 of 4 from the 3 point line. He was 11 to 16 from the field. Towns was just really impactful tonight, getting the rebounds, 13 rebounds, three of them was offensive. He also had six assists, one steal, and one block, two turnovers. He only had three personal fouls, which is good. Plus 11 and plus minus. He was 5 of 6 from the free throw line, 2 of 6 from three, and 7 of 16 from the field. Just was getting to the paint, putting the ball on the floor, hitting shots all over the floor. And that's the type of player that he has to continue to be, if not even more, for this team to be able to win against a great team slash contenders too. If they're trying to get back to that level, which everybody predicted that they will be, and they're still learning how to win games. They're still learning how to play together. They're still learning how to play off of each other on both ends of the court. And it's understandable because this is their first year together. 18 points, plus 7 and plus minus. One personal foul. He did have six turnovers, one steal, five assists, three rebounds, 8-8 from the free throw line, 0-4 from the 3 point line, 5 of 15 from the field for Jalen Brunson. Josh Hart, he stepped up in the fourth, which matters because that's the quarter that determines if you win or lose mostly. 14 points, plus 16 and plus minus, three personal fouls, four turnovers, one block, one steal, 10 assists, and 12 rebounds. One of them was offensive, so a triple double for Josh Hart. 101 from the free throw line, 103 from the 3 point line, 6 of 8 from the field. Ryan, 0 points, make 9 minus 6 and plus minus. He took two threes and missed both, and then he missed another field goal, being 0 of 3 from the field for today. He only played 9 minutes. Sims played 10 minutes. He was 1-on-1 from the field. It was a dunk. He had three rebounds. Two of them was offensive. One steal, two personal fouls, plus one and plus minus 2 points. Cameron Payne, 3 points, minus 4 and plus minus, three personal fouls, one turnover, three assists, three rebounds. One of them was offensive, 1 of 2 from the 3 point line, 1 of 5 from the field. And Miles McBride was the only guy in double figures off the bench. He usually is because he plays the most minutes and get the most opportunity. 15 points, plus 12 and plus minus, one personal foul, one turnover, two steals, two assists, three rebounds, 3 of 8 from the 3 point line, 6 of 12 from the field. The rest of the guys did not play. It was the coach's decision. Ultimately, they shot 44 of 89, 49% from the field, 9 of 31, 29% from three, and 14 of 15, 93% from the free throw line, 47 rebounds, 31 assists, 8 steals, 5 blocks, 15 turnovers, and 15 personal fouls. And then you got the Philadelphia 76ers. They just didn't have enough offense today to be able to pull this one out. Paul George, 29 points, minus 11 and plus minus. Three personal fouls, four turnovers, one block, three steals, three assists, 10 rebounds, so 20 and 10 for him. One of his rebounds was offensive. 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 7 of 11 from three, 10 of 19 from the field. Martin, 17 points, minus 14 and plus minus. Two personal foul, one turnover, four steals, three assists, two rebounds, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 1 of 3 from the 3 point line. Joel Embiid wasn't dominant, didn't even look like he knew what he was doing on the court. Outside of getting to the free throw line, where he was 8 of 8, he seemed out of rhythm, and he just didn't seem like he even belonged playing on the court. The way he looked, 13 points, -7 plus minus. He did have three personal fouls, two turnovers, one block, 5 assists, three rebounds. Like he didn't even rebound well tonight in those 26 minutes. One of them was offensive, 1 of 5 from the 3 point line, 2 of 11 from the field. Just didn't look himself. It seemed like he was concerned. Seemed like he was slow. It just seemed like he didn't even really want to play the way he was moving and the way he was trying to attack the defenses and even his shots. They just looked a little wonky tonight. Kyle Lowry, 4 points, net -7 and plus minus, two personal fouls, one block, 2 assists, three rebounds. One was offensive, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 0 of 4 from three. He was 1 of 5 from the field, and Kerry Oubre was 1 of 6, 0 of 2 from three, 3 of 3 from the free throw line. He had 6 rebounds. One was offensive, 1 assist, 2 blocks, one turnover, five personal fouls, -3 and plus minus 5 points. Yabusele, 3 points, -9 and plus minus two personal fouls, three turnovers, one steal, 8 rebounds, two was offensive, 1 of 5 from three, 1 of 7 from the field. Martin played less than a minute, but he did get on the court. He didn't do anything because of that, so he had zeros all across the board. Drummond was 2 of 4 from the field, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 4 rebounds. One of them was offensive, 1 assist, one block, one personal foul, -7 and plus minus 5 points. Bana was played 1 minute. He didn't do much because of that. Dowling Jr. He was 0 of 4 from the field, 0 of 1 from three. He did have one rebound. It was offensive, 1 assist, two steals, one personal foul, -5 and plus minus 0 points. And Jared McCain continued to put himself in that rookie of the year conversation with great games like this, where he was 7 of 16 from the field. He was 4 of 10 from the 3 point line. He was 5 of 5 from the free throw line. He also had three rebounds. One was offensive, 2 assists, two turnovers, one personal foul, +3 and plus minus, and 23 points. He was the only player to score double figures off the bench, and he outscored basically the entire Knicks bench himself, which shows you how good and how great he has played this entire season. Because this isn't the first 20-point game that he has had when you count the preseason. And he looked at good in summer league. He's a guy that's ready to score, ready to shoot. He can handle the ball a little bit. He can pass a little bit. He can knock down free throws. He can knock down mid ranges. He can get to the paint. He's a good guy to depend on, and they gave him 30 minutes tonight, and he delivered a great performance. Consul, 0-1 from the field, 0-1 from three. Those was his only attempts. One assist and nothing else. The rest of the guys did not play coach's decision, or they was already ruled out before the game started. They shot 31 of 83. That's 37% from the field. 14 of 42. That's 33% from three, and 23 of 24 from the free throw line. That's 95%. They did have 40 rebounds, but they got out rebounded by 7. They only had 19 assists. They did get 10 steals tonight and 6 blocks. They had 13 turnovers, but 20 personal fouls. That's 5 more fouls than the Knicks. And the Knicks did what they had to do, and that's come into Philly or come in and get the win. And that's what they was able to do tonight. And the Knicks, they still trying to prove that they made the right decision going all in on these guys to make them a competitive team built around Jalen Brunson. They have seemed to be a decent team, not crazy, not difficult, not great, not a championship contender like team right now, based on what I have seen and how I seen them play from preseason to now. They look like a team that's going to be tough. They're going to be hard, but you can ultimately beat this team. And you have 4 games to play in it in the playoffs. So I think that they don't really have too many things they can mix it up and do. They don't have too many things strategy-wise that they can change. This is who they are. This is what they're going to be. And I think that you can use that to your advantage if you have a more versatile roster or you have different strategies you can apply going against this team. And I think this team is what they are. They're not going to change their defensive schemes. They're not going to change their offense. They might use Towns a lot more some games. He might disappear some games. And Jalen Brunson is not the most offensive guy and the most efficient guy with the ball in his hands. He turns it over a little bit, and he's not the best highly efficient scorer. but he is a guy that puts a lot of pressure on your defense, and so does Towns, and they force you to make decisions, and they put you in tough situations. And OG is now starting to find his groove, but you got to still see if Mikal Bridges is going to be able to find his groove and still function as a part of the team without getting in the way. And then we got to see what Josh Hart does. He has filled in that Swiss Army knife role pretty good, being able to rebound, being able to pass, being able to set screens, being able to shoot threes, being able to cut to the basket, being able to get out in transition. That's kind of what Mikal Bridges does too, but it's good to see them in double figures while seeing OG in double figures too, and seeing Towns and Brunson score in the 20s, because that's what they're going to have to do each and every game if they're going to beat the best teams in the NBA. And they just got to learn how to do it consistently, because that's what you're going to have to do in the playoffs anyway. But there's only a small sample size, it's only 12 games into the season. So they have a long period of time to figure out what works and what doesn't work. And this isn't a 1 year plan. They're trying to plan multiple years with this particular team. So they can always add some things along the way, change some things along the way in free agency or in the buyouts or by the trade deadline, and try to improve this core or improve this roster or take a bigger risk with Jalen Brunson as the leader of this team and Towns as the other guy, and try to go in on somebody else that can probably help this team even more, because right now they're looking about midi. They're looking about a pretender right now, if I had to be honest. But this only year one and a couple weeks in of the Knicks. They are still disappointing because the media hyped them up a lot. They talked about them a lot. They even said they're going to be the kryptonite to the Celtics. They don't look like that right now. They look like they still got a lot of problems. They look like some of these problems not going to be resolvable because these players are what they are, and they just got to deal with the fact that this may be a team that we overblown a little bit, as giving them a little bit too much credit and a little bit too much respect in year one. Maybe if they add something or change some things throughout the way of the years that this team might be together, the core and the nucleus of the team. But other than that, they're going to have to change something. The bench, Miles McBride can't be the only player that's coming in and making a difference, and that's it. That's something they got to fix too, and they should be able to. They're going to get some guys back, and they're going to add some guys. I know that. So it just depends on how they're going to be, who they're going to be, and what they're going to do. And it can it be two-way players, and that's going to be hard to get those, because most of those guys are hot commodities in this league. That's why they had to trade so much for Mikal and OG, and they had to also get Josh Hart, because guys that play hard, defend well, and can shoot the three are valuable. And most teams went after that just free agency in the summer, and also traded for those guys this summer too. The Carusos, the DeJounte Murrays, and those guys was what everybody was looking for, including the Knicks. And now they got the ones that they want. Now they got to find out how to win a championship. If the Knicks don't win a championship, all these moves was irrelevant and wasteful, because that was the goal that they had in mind when they was able to accumulate all this talent, and that was their goal of doing it for that reason. So they're still going to be a championship or bust team this year and the years going after this, because that was their expectation after they made the move for Towns and Mikal to add to this roster. So I got to keep that known, that they did this to bring a championship to New York, not to just be a playoff team. There was a playoff team when they had Randall and Brunson, so they could have kept that going. They chose to go in a different direction to get more, wins, to get more, than what they was getting with Randall, which is he can get them to where they want it to be. Now they want to have more, which is the Eastern Conference Finals and the NBA Finals and the chance to compete for a championship. That's what all these moves was for. So you got to keep that in the back of our minds. Other than that, comment, like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell for more analysis. And if you don't know much about analysis, I only do videos that are NBA, and I use analysis as a way of me doing and breaking down the game. I break down legends with real footage, legends, current legends, and rookies. I also do a variety of conversations just like this, and I also break down trades and free agency and stuff like that. So if you love that type of content, it's already on my channel. I have over 2,000 plus videos on my channel, so check out those videos too if you want to be a subscriber, or you on the fence if you want to subscribe, or you just found out about this channel, don't know much. There's a lot of videos already available. And if you're a fan of the channel, I got new videos coming out every day throughout the day. So keep up with it if you can. If you can't, check on when you ain't busy and continue to check the channel because I might have answered or gave my opinion on something already that you probably missed and you thought I didn't do. So reminder, check on my channel a lot because it might be a couple more new videos that you missed out on because I'm uploading like crazy right now, but I usually do. I'm just more into it right now. I got more time to do it right now. And y'all guys love listening. Y'all like hearing what I got to say. Y'all love watching the videos. I love making them. That's the 50-50 and why this channel works and why it's so successful right now and in the past. And we trying to keep that going for the future. Other than that, see you guys later, hopefully later today with more analysis.